Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything is good at your end. I hope everything's well. Guys, Freddie Roach recently said something crazy, and I was quite shocked about what he said. That's hot, man. Yeah, but Freddie Roach basically said that he offers every time sparring partners come, to spar with Manny, he offers them $1,000 to try drop Manny Pacquiao. And if they're able to drop Manny Pacquiao, he gives them $1,000. I was like, wow, that's news to the ears. That's something that, I've not heard. I'm pretty sure trainers do that to try and motivate the sparring partners to drop him, because some of the sparring partners aren't making huge amounts of money. Because remember, the sparring partners aren't top tier fighters that are earning thousands and thousands, so $1,000 would be a lot of money to them, because they get paid anyway to spar. And then on top of that, paying them, a bonus if they can drop him, then I think that motivates them, and they definitely go in, try hard. I'm pretty sure it's not the first time. Maybe Freddie Roach just mentioned it. I'm pretty sure this isn't the first time a trainer's done that to motivate the sparring partners to go in there and try and knock the guy's head off. So then they get the best sparring, so they're best prepared for the fight. So it's not, for me, it's not something that's strange. It's something that I think fighters, but someone wanted my reaction on it. I actually think that's a good idea. I actually think that trainers should motivate the sparring partner, should give them bonuses like that. Freddie Roach has got a lot of money. He's worked with Manny Pacquiao, and so has Manny Pacquiao. I'm pretty sure it's Freddie Roach that pays the sparring partners, and he's $1,000 to Freddie Roach isn't exactly, I'm probably sure it's loose change. He must have made a lot of money working with Pacquiao over the years. So yeah, I think it's definitely a great motivation for the sparring partners to go in there and try to knock Manny Pacquiao down. I don't think it would have happened many times, or if any time at all. I'd be very surprised if Pacquiao's been knocked down. So I don't think there'd be many sparring partners that would be collecting that payment or getting that paycheck, because Pacquiao won't go down easy, especially with, the big gloves and the head guard and stuff. But it gives the sparring partners motivation to go in hard. And like I said, prepare Manny. Manny Pacquiao's training has been unbelievable. Like, I've been watching some of his training closely. Some of the stuff that he's been doing with Justin Fortune, where, he's got the wooden stick and they're like hitting him, and people say, well, it's there to like, not damage the nerve, but like numb the nerve. So when he gets hit in fights, he doesn't feel it. And I'm like, wow. And you could clearly see Pacquiao grimacing and like in pain. He's in a lot of pain when Fortune's hitting him with the wooden stick, because it's hurting him, man. Especially at his age, I'm thinking, whoa, is that a wise thing to do? Just if he breaks something, but yeah, or damages something, he's older now, he's 42, so yeah. But Pacquiao's a beast, man. The way Pacquiao trains, oh man, just to watch his training is brilliant. He's a consummate professional. Pacquiao's a legend, man. I'm so in awe of Manny Pacquiao. It's unbelievable. I really hope he puts a great showing against Spence. I really hope he wins. I have a soft spot for Manny Pacquiao, man. Manny Pacquiao, the way he dedicates himself, the way he's dedicated himself for so long in the sport of boxing, and watching him train at 42, he's a beast. The guy's a phenomenon, no doubt about it. And I think, I think, I get a weird feeling. I favor Spence, as you guys know, but I really, really hope Manny Pacquiao puts up a good showing. Really, really hope. Can Manny Pacquiao do it for one last time, shock the world? Can he do it? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that think he can. There's a lot of people that think he can't. And Steven made a great point on the live stream yesterday, where he said, Mayweather has a lot of fanboys, Pacquiao has a lot of fans, Canelo has that as well. But he goes, I'm a massive Pacquiao fan. And Steven hit the nail. I'm a massive Pacquiao fan, Steven said. But I'm not delusional. I'm not delusional. I live in the real world. And as great as Manny Pacquiao is, and as great at what Manny Pacquiao's done and what he's done for the sport of boxing, I'm not going to pick him to win this fight, because it can be seen as delusional. It can be, because Errol Spence is right at the top of his game right now. He's undefeated. He's in his prime. Errol Spence is a bad man right now. And the thing is with a lot of Pacquiao fans, they have so much confidence in him. They're literally dismissing Spence, saying, "Oh, Spence isn't this, Spence is Margarito, this or 2.0." And it's kind of like someone like Steven, who's a neutral. He kind of thinks, "Oh man, these guys aren't giving Spence the credit for what he is." And Steven's actually a huge Pacquiao fan. But the point I'm trying to make is that I'm on the edge. I'm on the fence. Although I think Spence is favourite, I'm not like Steven in the sense that Steven thinks that Pacquiao's got no chance. I'm not. I just don't write Manny Pacquiao off. And Andy Lee, who's a very well-respected journalist who knows his boxing, a former world champion, said that he feels Pacquiao's going to pull it off again. Because you don't know with Manny. You just don't know. You don't know what are his boundaries, what is his limit. Whenever we think he's hit the limit, he surprises us. And that's the thing with Pacquiao. You just cannot write him off. You cannot write him off. You don't know when Pacquiao's done. You don't know when Pacquiao... The guy's a phenomenon. You know, this is a guy that came as a replacement for Ledwaba. And rest in peace to Ledwaba. Ledwaba, I know Manny Pacquiao posted not so long ago. I think Ledwaba passed away. So rest in peace to Ledwaba, because he was the first guy really that Manny Pacquiao beat and put on the map. But Manny Pacquiao came in a replacement, and he was just as a contender to get beat in that fight. He wasn't seen as a guy that was going to win that fight. And Manny Pacquiao won that fight, and the rest is history. Manny Pacquiao went on to have one of the most decorated boxing careers ever. It's unbelievable when you think about it. This is a guy that was a replacement for Ledwaba. People don't understand what this great Filipino man has gone on to achieve. He's a legend, man. He's a legend. And I feel like the Philippines should be so... The way the Philippines back Manny Pacquiao, they should be so proud. They should be so proud. They should back him. He should have fanboys that like he has. Because they should be so proud of what he's done. Because this is a guy that came out of... He came out of nowhere, man. I just told you, he was a replacement to Ledwaba. For a Ledwaba, you know, Ledwaba's opponent pulled out and Manny Pacquiao came in as a replacement. He wasn't supposed to win that fight. He wasn't supposed to win that fight, guys. And he came out and won that fight. People don't... I have such admiration for Manny. He's one of the guys, firstly, that... When I started watching the sport, he's one of the guys that attracted me to the sport and got me to become a hardcore fan. Manny Pacquiao is... boxing career has been unbelievable. And like I said, I've been so attached to Manny Pacquiao's career. I've watched every single fight. You know, after the... what fight? Hatton. Probably before that. Who did he fight before Hatton? I think around the Hatton time, Hatton, De La Hoya time, I've watched every single Pacquiao fight after that live. And I've watched a lot of his fights prior, on highlights, because I wasn't really into boxing. Like I said, Manny Pacquiao, Khan, these were the kind of guys that got me to the sport. Khan was obviously from the UK, and I started watching it, but Manny Pacquiao was obviously fighting. When Khan was at that stage, Khan was not at world level. He was fighting at lower level, and then Pacquiao was at top level. And I think when Khan joined Freddie Roach, that's when I obviously I started watching Manny Pacquiao, because they were from the same camp. And I was in awe of Khan because his hand speed. And I just loved that style. But then when I saw Manny Pacquiao, I was like, this guy's a monster. Like, this guy's got power, speed, he's got a granite chin. I'm like, this guy's a monster. I would have loved to be there when Khan and Pacquiao were sparring. Oh my goodness. That would have been brilliant. That would have been a great watch. And without question, I just don't write Manny Pacquiao off. You just can't write that guy off. He's a living legend, right? Living legend. The guy's still going. Think about it. Khan's career is finished at world level now. He's not even fighting anymore. Like, he's part-time. Pacquiao's still world level. And he was world level, like, he was a decade before Khan. This is what I'm trying to say. Khan had a career that most fighters have, top-level fighters have. They have, a certain period, 4, 5, 6 years at the top. Pacquiao's had 2 decades at the top. It's unbelievable. The guy's phenomenal. Pacquiao is phenomenal. I don't think people understand that. Like, Khan became world champion in like 2007-8. His career now at world level finished after Canelo, which was 2000, like what? So 7-8 years. Pacquiao's been at the top for 2 decades. It's surreal, man. The guy's a living legend, man. What a fighter! What a fighter! And I feel like he doesn't. I feel like some people don't really give him the respect that he deserves. I genuinely think this is a guy that came out of nowhere. Like I said, a replacement for the guy that, you know, Ledwaba was supposed to fight. He beat Ledwaba, and the rest is history. But I do agree with Stephen that we need to be realistic as well. We need to understand he's 42 and he's fighting a great fighter in Errol Spence. And Errol Spence is a great fighter, guys. He is a great fighter. And this is a step far. This is a very difficult fight. But there is a slight feeling with me that Pacquiao can do it. See, I'm not totally with Stephen, because Stephen believes that Pacquiao has no chance. I believe Pacquiao has a chance. And that fanboy in me would love to see it. Would love to see it. Would love to see it. When he beat Keith Thurman, I was happy for Manny. Really happy for him. Because like I said, when you have an affection to somebody, and I don't really have that with a lot of fighters. I don't have that. Maybe, I would say maybe Pacquiao, Khan, Canelo, now a little. But I don't really have an affection. And I don't, with Canelo, I don't think it's as strong as Khan and thing. And Khan, remember, Khan is from the same background as me. So that's probably why I have a lot of... Pacquiao's not from the same background. And yet I still have an affection. Why? Because of the way he conducted his career. And the fact that he fights everybody. And his boxing style. I think the most great thing that attracts me to Manny Pacquiao is his boxing style. I love that style. I love fast hands. I just love that style. It really excites me when I see Manny Pacquiao letting his hands go with the fast combinations. It's so appealing to watch. And I love that style. I love that style. I love a guy with fast hands. It's great to watch. It's entertaining. You know, Manny Pacquiao's fights, majority of them are 4 in the morning because, you know, we're in the UK. And I've never fell asleep while watching Manny Pacquiao. I've been up. And it's very hard for me at 4 sometimes to get up. But with Manny Pacquiao, I'm up alert. Because you're guaranteed action. You're guaranteed a war. You're guaranteed a great fight. And even if he's dominating, it's great to watch. I'm the biggest... People don't understand. I'm the biggest Manny Pacquiao fan. But I'm real as well, like Stephen. That I think Spence will beat him. And I think, unfortunately, Manny's career will... I think Manny might not fight again after this. Whether he wins or loses, he may not fight again. But his career's been phenomenal. His training... I know I've gone off on one. You know, I was talking about his training and I've gotten off on one. But you can't commend Pacquiao enough for the career that he's had. He's just unbelievable what he's done. He's unbelievable. And if he beats Errol Spence, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. He has a claim to being the GOAT. And it's probably one of the greatest wins ever as well. Pacquiao's capable of it, man. It's Pacquiao. I never write Manny Pacquiao off, but Spence is the favourite. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'd love to know your opinion. I'd love to know what you make about Freddie Roach saying about giving the $1,000 to the sparring partner. Leave your thoughts, guys. Leave your thoughts. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.